What is up, guys, and welcome to a brand new video on my channel. Of course, the Malaysian Grand Prix is in a couple of hours, so it's only fitting that we decided to do a last to first challenge at the Malaysian Grand Prix. This is going to be the final ever Malaysian Grand Prix on the F1 calendar. Unless it comes back in future years, it doesn't look certain to do so though, so this is confirmed at the moment to be the final ever Malaysian Grand Prix. And we're going to be doing this last to question mark challenge with none other than Sebastian Vettel. Of course, he is the all-time race winner around the Malaysian Grand Prix with 4 race wins around this circuit, so it is only fitting that we do it with this guy, and he is chasing down the championship as well. Also, guys, if you are new around here, don't forget to smash that subscribe button. But without any further ado, let's get into the last to first challenge. So, super soft to softs is the strategy, and we're going to be whacking up the fuel load all the way. It's going to be completely dry throughout the whole entire race. We don't have to worry about that at all. So without any further ado, let's get this last to question mark challenge underway. So here we are on the starting grid, going to 4, then 5, red lights. It is lights out, and away we go for the Malaysian Grand Prix. A good start there compared to Pascal Wehrlein on the right-hand side, but losing the back end a little bit, and that's really cost us. Because I'm talking, I can't quite hear my revs, and I over-revved the car a little bit too much there, going down in towards turn 1. But a big old dive bomb move up the inside now of Julian Palmer in towards this corner, and then we're going to go round the outside of the Renault driver, possibly in towards turn 2. Really shaky there through turn 2, and the back end stepping out me all over the place. What on earth is it doing? Back end, stay with me, please. Please just stay with me. Right, we're up into P16. And now we're going to try and hunt down Julian Palmer in this race. A nice line through turn 4. And hopefully we can pounce on him now down through this fast left hand of turn 5. And maybe into turn 6 as well. Here we are on the back of Julian Palmer up the inside. Maybe. No, unfortunately not. We had a little look, but unfortunately not able to pull off that maneuver. Can we dive it though? Up the inside in towards this next corner. Again, not quite able to go for that overtake just yet. The sun is beaming right in our eyes at the moment, so we're diving up the inside in towards this hairpin. Can we get the job done on Lance Stroll as well? Yes, we can. Losing the back end, but we managed to catch it. Lance Stroll's got the inside line, so we're given that position, but nevertheless we're up into P15, and now we're going to be hunting down the Williams driver. Here we go on the back of Lance Stroll. Maybe dive up the inside in towards the penultimate corner. Can we do anything on the Williams? The back end! Every single time, I swear on every single game, I just complain about the back end on this car. And mainly it's due to my own driving skill. I hate having to do live com for this very reason, because I keep on making silly mistakes like that. Losing the back end out of corners and into corners, but around the outside now of Lance Stroll. Can we keep it? No, we can't, because for some stupid reason I decided to keep it in 4th gear. What on earth am I doing, Hayden? Come on! Down in towards turn 1, following in the slipstream of the Williams driver. Going to go for a dive bomb move up the inside, down in towards turn 1 now. Here we go on the back of Lance Stroll. Can we do it? No, we can't. We're not close enough, but he gives us the room. So now we go up the inside in towards turn 1. Now around the outside turn 2. No, we don't. Oh my god! Back end spins out of me, and that pushes me into the path of Lance Stroll. Not able yet to get past the Williams driver, giving us a really good fight at the moment in this Malaysian Grand Prix. But can we do anything on the Williams? Very late on the brakes, nearly going into the back of him, but just about managing to keep it out the back of that Williams driver. Right, just need to settle down, Hayden. Get your head in the game, and let's get past him. Come on. Great exit there out of that fast right-hander. That's going to give me a good opportunity to maybe go on the attack of Lance Stroll. Missing our first apex, but hitting our second one absolutely perfectly. So now we're going to go for a dive bomb move up the inside now on Lance Stroll in towards the hairpin, and try not to lose the back end this time around, which we don't. And there we go, up into P14. And now we can finally hunt down Kevin Magnussen in that Haas. We run a little bit too deep. That's going to allow Lance Stroll to possibly get the overtake back on us, because I'm an idiot and I've made a mistake. Lance Stroll does come back at us, but luckily it was through a fast left-hander. We had the inside line, and he couldn't get the job done. Right, now I'm going to shut up, because I need to do that, and I'm going to concentrate and try and catch up to Kevin Magnussen. There is a yellow flag ahead of us. Someone has had an incident somewhere out on track. Felipe Massa is out the race. He's pulled over to the right-hand side, so I'm just going to assume that that was an engine failure. I'm not going to bother looking at the replays, because if I just look at replay for a stupid engine failure, then there's really no point of that. But we have moved up now into P13 for today's race, down to 19 runners at the moment. Still trying to catch up to Kevin Magnussen, but hopefully with the speed that we have in this Ferrari, we should be able to be on the back of him within the next couple of laps. Stupid fucking mistakes. Get out of the grass. Okay, we are now within DRS zone of Kevin Magnussen at the moment. I don't think we're going to be able to capitalise on that down in towards turn 1, but we should be able to have him by the next couple of laps. At the moment, we're looking pretty good on fuel. It's been a little bit difficult so far in this race trying to catch up to these guys. Why have I just gone so wide in towards that corner? What on earth has just gone on there? But every time, for some reason, every time I talk, I make a catastrophe. I can't even speak. One, I can't speak, and two, I can't drive. What on earth is going on right now? Come on, let's just catch up to Magnussen. Let's get past him, and let's get on with this race. Oh my god. Oh, and there's another mistake. Okay, that's not really too much of a fucking surprise. Oh, this is just so frustrating right now. I just want to be able to do this last question mark challenge, get through it, and get it done. And for some reason, some idiot decided to set the time of day to sunset like the official time instead of set it to the official time. And now I can't see a ruddy thing because the sun's setting and it's so goddamn dark. What on earth is wrong with me? I'm such a bloody idiot. I just want to get past Magnussen. Oh, hurry up. There's such a huge train ahead of me as well, which is pretty decent. So it means that if I do start to get past some of these guys, it's going to be very easy to catch up to the others because we are all so close at the moment. But for some reason, I'm just putting my foot down too heavy on the brakes and it's just messing up a little bit every now and again. But I am starting to get the hang of this car and hopefully we can reel them back in and get into some decent points. I feel like P5 or P6 is the best result that we're looking for at the moment in this race. Oh, gaining so much on Kevin Magnussen. We're going to dive up the inside now into the penultimate corner. Here we go, up the inside of Kevin Magnussen. Can we get a greater exit than the Haas driver? It's side by side between the two of us. Greater straight line speed, though, in this Ferrari car, even though we've got exactly the same engine in the back of both our cars. But in towards the final corner now. We get the job done, coming into the pit lane as well. And there we go, job done on Kevin Magnussen. Now right behind Nico Hülkenberg. Right, where is the pit line? Okay, it's about there, so we need to get the car slowed down 50 miles an hour. Okay, right, into the pits we go. Put it down into lean mix. We're not too far off the back of Nico Hülkenberg. Hopefully, we can get the jump on some of these drivers. Need to get the pit stop right, though. Wait for the green light and go. Slow pit stop. Slow pit stop. For some reason, I struggle to get off the limiter. And unfortunately, we just come out a little bit behind Danny Kvyat at the moment. But I think we've got the jump still on the Haas driver behind us. I'm not actually entirely sure on that one, but coming out of the pits now, we're in P16. So I think we haven't lost too much ground, but I just need to get past Danny Kvyat as soon as possible. We need to push like hell. We need to push like hell right now and make sure that we get past these guys because we do not want to be stuck way down the field in this race. So what can we do on Danny Kvyat now? He's going very slow at the moment. We might be able to go for the overtake through turn 5 and turn 6. Here we are on the back of the Toro Rosso driver. Is going to go slow through these next couple of corners. He might do. We're just going to... damn it. I thought I could dive up the inside in towards that right-hander. But unfortunately, that just was not the case. Okay, what can we do on Danny Kvyat now? We're going to get DRS on the Toro Rosso driver down in towards the final corner. Maybe I'll have a look up the inside on Danny Kvyat. Here we go. Under braking on the Toro Rosso up the inside. Going to squeeze him out on the exit as well, and there we go, job done. Very aggressive there on Danny Kvyat, but we need to do that. We need to do that if we want to get positions in this race. Getting more positions now as drivers come into the pit lane. And whereabouts are we going to come out? Up into the points at the moment. That's absolutely fantastic news right now. We are in the points as it stands in this last question mark challenge at the Malaysian Grand Prix. And now we're behind Sergio Perez. What can we do on the Force India driver? Can we get past him? And can we get into that 6th position, which I predicted? Here we go now on the back of Sergio Perez. He had a fantastic line through that double apex corner. Up the inside now, in towards the hairpin. Can we get the job done? Yes, we can on Sergio Perez. There we go. Great under brakes in towards the hairpin. Getting the job done. Just about managing to get the car turned in as well. And not hit Roman Grosjean ahead of us. But we get the job done. Move up into P8. And now hunting down Roman Grosjean. Here we go. Having a little look on Roman Grosjean. Now we're right on the tail of the Haas drive. Going to go for a bit of a switchback maneuver. Try and get a greater exit than Roman Grosjean down in towards turn 4. Unfortunately, it's not worked out too well compared to how I would have liked it to do. But in towards turn 4 right now, if we can put myself right on the back of Roman Grosjean, we could have a great opportunity to get an overtake maybe in towards turn 5. Unfortunately, losing the back end a little bit through turn 4. Through turn 5 and turn 6 now, having to ease off a little bit with the dirty air coming off the back of that Haas car. Affects me quite a bit at the moment in towards this double apex. If I can maximise the final corner of this, I could potentially have a run on Roman Grosjean in towards the hairpin, like I did on Sergio Perez. Here we go, up the inside on Roman Grosjean, braking a little bit earlier this time around because I could afford to do so because I'm more side by side with Roman Grosjean than I was with Perez. Grosjean's on my right-hand side. He's going to get the inside line. I have to give him that position, but I'm going to go for a little bit of a switchback maneuver in towards this penultimate section of the circuit. Here we go, on the back of Roman Grosjean. Can we do anything? Switching it back once more. Now diving up the inside into the penultimate corner. Here we go on Roman Grosjean, side by side still, like we did with his teammate Kevin Magnussen, but unfortunately not able to pull off that overtake, and now going to have to settle using DRS and Slipstream. Can we get the job done though on Roman Grosjean into the final corner now, up the inside of the Haas driver once more, and this time I think I'm going to get the job done, which I do. There we go on Roman Grosjean up the inside and moving up into P7 now, hunting down Esteban Ocon in today's race. Right, that's going to be P6, and that's exactly where I predicted to be, but we won't have our job done just yet. We're going to see whether we can get past the two Red Bull drivers ahead of me as well. So now putting myself right behind Esteban Ocon, but not a good line there through turn 2. I went for the switchback maneuver, but unfortunately I put myself a little bit too wide on the exit of turn 2, so that really cost me a little bit of time, but I will be able to catch up in towards this corner now. Turn 4 puts myself right on the back of Esteban Ocon, but not the greatest of exits, losing the back end, and unfortunately we're not going to go for the overtake just yet. Right, here we go then on the back of Esteban Ocon. Of course, this Force India is going to be very quick in a straight line, so it's going to be quite a lot to compete with at the moment with the Force India driver. But right on the tail, we're going to move over to the left-hand side, dive up the inside in towards the final corner, and there we go, job done on Esteban Ocon, getting the overtake done and moving up into P6. Like I say, this is where I predicted myself to be, but Daniel Ricciardo and Max Verstappen are only 3 seconds up the road. If I can catch up to both of those guys, I could possibly get even more points in today's race. So that is the goal. Catch up to both of those drivers and see what I can do. Here we go then. Final lap of the Malaysian Grand Prix last 2 question mark challenge. And we can finally get this over and done with. In towards turn 1. Just completely missed the apex there. Okay, right. Great turning there, Hayden. And not a great line through turn 2 either. Losing the back end out of turn 2, that's no surprise. And not being able to keep the car under control through turn 3. What on earth is wrong with me? Unfortunately, not able to catch up with either Daniel Ricciardo or Max Verstappen at the end of the day. Marcus Ericsson is out of the race on the right hand. Oh my god! Bloody, what on earth is going on there? Jeez! Just want to get the car through a corner, but you can't do that. Somehow, accelerating doesn't work on this car. Just wants to step out on you all the time. My driving is terrible right now. Like, I've got no excuses. Maybe to the fact that I can't actually see very well. Again, I was an idiot and I put it on sunset, and that really just means that you cannot see a ruddy thing out on this Malaysian Grand Prix circuit. It's just so goddamn dark right now. So dark. Ah, so annoying. Anyway, through the final couple of corners, someone's just about to win the race. It is Kimi Räikkönen, my teammate, goes and wins the Malaysian Grand Prix. Will he win the Malaysian Grand Prix? I doubt it. If he has a chance to give back the position to Sebastian Vettel. If he has that chance, he will give it back because he is a very good number 2 drive. Anyway, we're just going to weave the wheel to get this challenge done. Through the final corner, P6 at the end of the day. It was sort of the best that I could have expected. A little bit disappointing not to challenge with those Red Bulls though. And spinning it and crashing across the line and getting the job done. So there we go, ending today's episode with a Ferrari win. Unfortunately, it's not the Ferrari I wanted it to be. It's Kimi Räikkönen who wins today's race. But P6 at the end of the day, still a really decent result. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with P6. Would have liked to maybe challenge with those Red Bulls. Unfortunately, not able to do so. But there I am, P6 at the end of the day. And we're just going to have to settle for that. Unfortunately, Malaysia is just one of those circuits where 1, I struggle at. 2, I couldn't really see very well. And 3, my driving was awful. That really explains why I was down in P6. I reckon I could have probably challenged with Daniel Ricciardo and Sebastian Vettel at the end of that race if I wasn't held up in too much traffic at the start of the race. But that's at my own doing at the end of the day. It's up to me to get past that traffic and get into a position where I can get past those guys. But unfortunately, that just was not the case. But that will end the last question mark challenge. If you guys have enjoyed this episode, don't forget to smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so for daily Formula 1 content. And don't forget to share this video with your friends as well. And I'll see you guys next time with another video next week for the Japanese Grand Prix. But don't forget to enjoy the Malaysian Grand Prix here today. But until next time, it's goodbye from me.